Let's put our hands together for our final storyteller, Josie Leavitt.
When I was 6, I fell in love for the first time. It was the Kraft American cheese girl. She had a painted-on nose, a little leotard, and my little 6-year-old self, something thudded in me, and I thought, I love her. And I didn't know what to do with that, so I just ate a lot of cheese. I ate so much cheese, my mom said, "What's up with you and the cheese?" And I couldn't explain to her that I loved this woman, and I thought if I bought enough cheese, I'd get to meet her, because she was the perfect woman for me, and she would come live with me. And what I couldn't explain was that I liked girls, and I was 6, and I didn't know what to do with that, so I ate cheese. Which seems like a perfectly appropriate response, actually, frankly. And then I got older and I realized I was gay, but I didn't want to be gay, and I stuffed it away, literally. And then I got to junior high and high school, and the nicknames started, truck driver, Diesel. And it's like, I went to a Quaker school. That was like detention-worthy names. And still nothing. And I got to college, and I remember standing in the hallway where the gay kids met, and I was 2 doors down, and I just wanted to see what gay students looked like. And I was like, oh, he seems friendly. Oh, she's cute. Oh, she's very cute. I'm like, oh no, I realized she was cute, and I thought, oh God, I don't want to deal. I just didn't want to deal with it. And I was like a junior, and my friend Dana said, come with me to this dance club. Just come. It's all women. You'll love it. It'll be great. And I thought, no. And I went, and I loved it. And I looked at my friend Dana, and I thought, ooh, you, why don't I just do this with you? And nothing is more romantic than being in New York City in 1985 and doing coke off the back of a toilet in a club. And I kissed her, and she kissed me back, and I said, I want to go home with you. And she said, I would love that. But first, we did enough cocaine to kill a small pony. This is not conducive to good sex. But I left her apartment happier than I'd been in my entire life, and I knew I had to do something about it. So I did what made the most logical sense to me. I fell madly in love with a gay man named Peter. And we had a torturous 3-year love affair where we would have sex safely and unsafely. And at some point during that 3-year period, he got HIV and never told me. And then I started sleeping with women, and it was fine. And then Peter's mom called me when I was 24 and said, Peter has pneumonia. He's on a ventilator. You should come. And before I went to see him, I went to my doctor and I got an HIV test. And she said, why are you here? And I said, I've had unsafe sex. I want to make sure I'm okay. And she said, you look healthy to me. And I thought, is that helpful? Really? How is that helpful? And she said, well, have you slept with an IV drug user? And I said, no, I've slept with a gay man. And she sort of was like, you what? I said, I slept with a gay man. And she still looked confused. And I said, look, we're not all Kinsey 6s. Just draw the blood already. So she's drawing the blood, and she said, what is his current health status? And I said, he has pneumonia and he's on a ventilator. And she took a red pen and she wrote Rush on my lab work. And I sat back in the chair and thought, oh my God, I'm 24 years old. I was like, this cannot be happening to me. And I went and I saw Peter. It was a Tuesday, and he looked bony under the thin hospital blanket, and his chest was going up and down very rhythmically. The machine was breathing for him. And I had such a mix of emotions because I loved him so much, and I was so scared, and I thought, this guy's gonna die. And I fucking hated him for playing Russian roulette with my life and not telling me, because I saw myself in that same bed 6 months later, dying. And I got my results back on a Friday, and they were negative, and something else thudded in me, and it was sort of this exhalation of acceptance, and it was like, okay, be who you are, because you're gonna live, so be gay. And the next day, I was calling Peter's friends who he had slept with, urging them to get tested, and there was this massive clap of thunder out of nowhere that shook my apartment windows. And it rattled. I was just scared the shit out of me, frankly. And Peter's mom called me 5 minutes later, and she said, "Did you hear the thunder?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "Peter died in it." And I was like, "Oh, drama queen." And then I called my mom and I said, "Mom, Peter died, but I have something else I need to tell you." She said, I could hear her sort of bracing for it. I said, "Mom, I'm gay." And she's like, "Oh, thank God." She's like, "Men aren't safe anymore. Stay gay. Promise me you'll never sleep with a man again." I'm like, "I think I can make that promise." And now, 25 years later, I love women wholeheartedly, and I love cheese. And my last girlfriend and I would make love all weekend and eat brie. But every once in a while, I still buy a pack of American cheese. Thank you.
Keep it going for Josie Leavitt.